when you're small and you have entry level interest in what you're doing, you're so vulnerable to the way the wind blows or anything else, right? The executive that's your champion leaves the company and nobody else seems to want to pick up the contract. And so that randomness is inherent in bringing innovations to market. And sometimes there are quite legitimate reasons that companies fail, like from a product perspective, there's not a product market fit.
Yep.
And there's a founder often, and this isn't meant to be a slander, but it is I think accurate. Often someone from technology or engineering who is passionate about a technology and feels like that's going to do the thing. One rule I would say that we must all follow is that technology should never lead; it should always follow a business problem. So that's one thing that you see a lot of. I think we were talking about this the other day, how it's become fashionable to raise a lot of venture money. And people seem to measure their entrepreneurial success by the amount of venture money they can raise. I suspect part of the reason for that is right now there's a lot of venture money out there. And so people can raise tens of millions of venture fund. But what you do with it, of course, is critical. And if you don't have the mindset to use capital efficiently and thoughtfully, you can see companies go south very quickly that way as well. And then I think, again, there are probably I'm forgetting or not mentioning 10 times as many as I'm mentioning here. But the other one that I see a lot of is unfortunately people problems. You spoke about being married to a concept. When you form a company, you're married to your fellow executives. And because it's brutal, the pace is breathtaking. Building any business, I'm sure you feel that way building your business. But if you don't get along with those people, or if there's early, like you didn't have the conversation about equity that you should have with your co-founder, that can ruin a company 5 or 6 or 10 months into it, when there's a real feeling, a negative feeling or misunderstanding, because those are the times when you can't stop and repair it, because you fly out tomorrow to see a customer that you didn't know you were going to fly out to see, because they're either going to sign a contract or they're having a problem. It just gets to be breathtaking. So I think settling the people issues early on, understanding and really, really being humble about product market fit, raising only the right amount of money, not the most money you can raise, and then spending it thoughtfully. The other thing, which is related to that I definitely see, is people who don't bring on. Now, not every startup needs a CFO right away, but you need a controller, you need someone who can keep the books, because sloppy use of finances is a big potential problem.